guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kayla, and before anything else, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and when you do, make sure you also hit the notification bell so that you are always notified of when I post a video. If you are new to my channel, then you don't know that the first video I ever posted on YouTube was actually an IMATS haul, and it was posted last year in April after I attended my first IMATS ever. Now, I live in New York, so obviously I go to the IMATS in New York, and before I went, I didn't know what to expect. I was watching so many YouTube videos, I had so many questions. What were the prices? How were the lines? Were there any good products? Were there new products? Were they old? Was it worth it? Were you able to network? Were there any brands that I would be interested in? And I had a lot of questions, and I feel like sometimes with IMATS videos, a lot of the times they are hauls and you get somewhat of an experience. Now, everyone's experience is different, so my experience to IMATS is probably completely different than what somebody else experienced. I think it's also true depending on which IMATS you go. I hear that IMATS LA is a lot different than IMATS New York. So this video really isn't going to be my experience at IMATS. So this video, I'm just going to give you some tips that I would recommend doing before IMATS and during IMATS. You don't have to do everything that I'm saying. You don't have to do anything that I'm saying, to be honest. But I thought I would give some tips on what I did or what I wish I would have done better for when I was prepping for IMATS. So if you have never been to IMATS, or even if you have been to IMATS, it can be a very hectic place to be just because it's crowded, the lines are long, and it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. So I thought I would share with you guys what I would do before IMATS and what I would do the day of. So I thought I'd start off this video by giving you tips on what to do prior to attending IMATS. The first advice that I can give you if you are attending IMATS New York this year, set a budget and stick with it. I think that when we hear discount, we automatically think, oh my god, I am going to buy more stuff and not spend as much money. Girl, if you have not seen my IMATS video, I will link a card up here. Your girl spent $500. $500. And I was like, oh, I'm not trying to spend more than like $300. I'm really trying to be good. Nah, girl, I got carried away and IMATS really got me. Now, I know a lot of people watch these videos to find out prices. Now, that's difficult to do because the prices change every year. What I can tell you is that depending on the brand, a lot of the items are discounted. Usually the discounts are 20%, 30%, 40%. The only thing that I've noticed that is 50% off are Makeup Forever eyeshadows. They usually range for like $22, and at IMATS they sell them for like $11 or $12. That's just what I've noticed. If you're thinking that you're gonna go to IMATS and a Tarte Shape Tape is gonna be like $15, that may be true. You know, sometimes they do discount that heavily, but don't think that there's going to be a drastic change in prices. A good example is Dose of Colors. Their liquid lipsticks range, I think, for like $18, and at IMATS they were on sale for $15. So it's not like a huge discount. I feel like some of the discounts that IMATS get, you can wait and just buy it online during like an online sale. But you know, it really depends on the brand that you're going to. The brands that I went to, some of the sales were really good and some of them weren't. Some brands, when they give you the discount, it includes the tax on it. Some brands don't. So I know that I went to one brand and the tax wasn't included in the sale price, so I had to pay tax on top of that. So some of them have tax and some of them don't. Just a heads up. I also noticed a couple of brands last year actually had sales on their website during IMATS for the same percentage off, and or they were doing it after IMATS. But definitely talk to a rep to see if they have those type of deals or if it's in the future. Another tip that I would highly recommend before you attend IMATS is make a list. On the IMATS website, they have a list of all the brands that are going to be there. So what I would do is I would go on the IMATS website and look at all the brands that are going to be there. I will pick out all the brands that I'm interested in and put them on another list. It makes IMATS a lot easier. It gives you a strategy and you're not just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Last year I went old school and I wrote all the stuff that I wanted on a piece of paper. During IMATS you have like 20 million bags. It's hard to take out a piece of paper saying I want this product, I want this shade. Like, it's just very cumbersome. Definitely I suggest getting Google Docs on your phone, whether it's an iPhone, an Android, whatever, creating an Excel sheet and putting what brands you want to go visit, the items that you're interested in, if they have a particular shade, the shade that you want, and the retail price. It just makes everything more organized. Another tip that I highly recommend is have a game plan set up. If you're going by yourself, it's going to be a little bit different if you're going with a group. So if you're going with a friend, definitely have a conversation with your friend and talk about the brands that you want to go see. So let's say you're going with a friend and both of you want to go to the Morphe booth and the Anastasia booth. When you get into IMATS, one of you should go to the Morphe line and the other one go to the Anastasia. And what you do is that you hand your friend, or you send your friend the list of items that you want. You can either hand your friend cash, do Chase Quick Pay, Apple Pay, whatever the Android Pay is, or Venmo or Cash App, and send them the cash for the items. The reason for this is the lines get long at IMATS, especially for popular brands. If you are going to IMATS New York this year and Morphe is on your list, before anything else, go to the Morphe line, because the Morphe line is the line that never ends. Think of Lamb Chop. This is the line that never ends. It really never ends. They had to shut down the line several times. The wait would be 2 hours. It was just ridiculous. Morphe is always the most popular brand at IMATS, and if you want to get brushes or any palettes or anything like that, and Morphe, definitely hit that up first. There are other brands that get crowded too, like NYX, sometimes Sigma, Smith Cosmetics. So definitely look at the brands, see how popular they are, and spread yourself out. So there's a group of you guys saying, we all want to hit this, you hit this, here's my money, here's my list, you hit this, here's my money, here's my list. It makes things easier and you guys aren't waiting online forever. It makes it a little bit faster and you're not stressing as much, because the Morphe line was ridiculous. I didn't even get on it because I was not about that life. I was not about that life. Another tip that I would suggest is definitely look at the train schedules. If you are from New York or if you're not from New York, sometimes the train schedules on the weekends are a lot different. The trains won't hit that station. It just, there's the MTA got us all messed up right now, so definitely check the train schedule to make sure that the trains are running. The schedule per se, there are apps for that as well to know when a train is coming. Be prepared, because you don't want to go to IMATS too late, because again, the lines get really long and you're going to get frustrated and you may not be able to buy anything from that brand if you're waiting online too long. Also, if you are taking the train, the walk to IMATS is long. It's really cross town. It's all the way to the pier. If you're not from New York, it's blocks, honey, blocks. For a New Yorker who likes to walk blocks, it's blocks. You're walking a lot of avenues and they're long. So definitely either take the crosstown bus, or if you don't want to take the crosstown bus, if you're not from here, you're not familiar, definitely think about taking a cab, pulling it over to where the IMATS location is, because it is far. It is a walk. It is a walk. So, just be forewarned. The weather is supposed to be nice on Saturday. It's supposed to be like 77 degrees in New York. So hallelujah, it's like summer for us. But you are by a pier and it does get windy. So if you're thinking about short dresses, just make sure that Marilyn Monroe yourself and have it lift up. Again, I wore eyeliner that smudged all over my eye. Make sure that if you do eyeliner, make sure that it's waterproof and smudge proof, because it was just a hot mess. Your lashes are glued on good, that they're not gonna fly off. Make sure that you are to the 9. You don't have to wear makeup. A lot of people do. They show up, they show off. I did, and I kind of regret it. I saw a couple of people wearing baseball caps and leggings and looking comfortable, and I was like, damn, I came to this event early at 9 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday to do my makeup, to go to this event, to just buy makeup. And I'm all done up and my eyeliner messed up because of the wind and I got teary, and I could have just came with no makeup on and a baseball cap and still got the products and been comfortable. Wow. And I would also just go comfy. I saw people kicking it in heels. Now honey, if you want to rock those 6-inch stilettos to IMATS and wait 2 hours on a line, and you can do that and it doesn't bother you, I praise you, because my Puerto Rican self cannot do that. My feet hurts. Just know that you're going to be on your feet for a very long time, and there's not really any seating, so take that into account. Definitely go comfy, but if you want to show off for those Instagram photos, by all means, boo-boo, I can't stop you, but just be forewarned. For bags, I prefer to backpack. It made things a lot easier. You get a lot of bags at IMATS and you're kind of like bumping, and I just felt like with my backpack I could just put it on my back and not really worry about like my bag just falling off my shoulder or banging into the bags that I was holding. It made things a lot easier, and I just prefer using a backpack for these events. So the tips that I would have for the day of IMATS. Now obviously make sure that you have everything. Make sure you have your cards, your phone, your ticket, your ID, any cash. Like just make sure you have everything. Definitely think about bringing a portable charger, because sometimes you don't find an outlet to charge your phone, and it is a long event, and sometimes you just need that. So just keep that in mind. Definitely also pack a bottle of water and like a snack, whether it's granola bar, whether it's like an apple or something. I don't remember if they sold food there. I don't really think so. If they do, it's like really overpriced. And the food selection right near IMATS is very limited. You have to go up a couple of avenues before you find food. When arriving at IMATS, I would suggest arriving before 9 o'clock, at least on Saturday, just because the line does start to accumulate, and the more people in front of you means that the lines are going to be long when you get in, especially Morphe. So if you are not going to, if you're going to IMATS but you don't care about Morphe, then you could get there at 9 and the lines are going to be perfectly fine. But if Morphe is one of the top on your list, girl, you better be there bright and early, because that Morphe line is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's really bad. So just keep that in mind, and I'm going to keep saying that. Just keep that in mind in this video. I'm so sorry. Take a shot every time I say that, but it's very long. As you are getting closer to the doors to really enter into IMATS, I highly suggest having your ticket in hand and your ID. It just makes it a little bit easier. Once you go in, you can hand it to the representative. They'll check your name, they'll give you a wristband, and it makes the process faster and smoother for you and for them. And the faster they can get you checked in, the faster you can get online and buy your items. I'm just like, maybe it's because I don't really like shopping in store anymore, that I prefer to do things pretty quickly and avoid the rush than to like take my time. You know what I mean? Like I just can't anymore. Once you go inside, girl, run for the brand. Not run, don't run. I think you can run in there, but don't run. Walk really fast, New York City walk, to the brand that you are interested in. Don't even hesitate, don't even friendly. No, go straight to the brand that you want to go to and get online, because those lines will fill up pretty quickly. And not all of them, let me be honest, like not all of them. Again, it's just a really popular brand that the lines get really long, and the line that I just thought that was ridiculously long was Morphe, and I'm pretty sure Kat Von D was like long too. So there are a couple of brands where the lines are redonkulous, but depending on the brand, you don't have to run for it. You can just get online. If you're with a group of friends, make sure that you keep in contact with them. Sometimes my phone service will go in and out, so just be aware that you may or may not have phone service. The reason why I also say to keep in contact with your friends, let's say your friend went to Morphe and is picking you up a couple of items. A lot of times items do sell out pretty quickly. Another tip, girl, be prepared to stand in line for a while. Don't you download some good Spotify playlists. I don't know what to tell you. Get you some Cardi B, get you some Drake, get you some John Lennon, I don't know. Get you some Sam Smith, some Adele, some soothing music, and be prepared to be online for a while. Just putting that out there. This isn't really a tip, but I know before I went to IMATS, I was curious, do I pay with cash? Do I pay with card? Because, you know, if you're going to these trade shows, you don't really know. Not everyone has those square strips, but I personally prefer to use cash at IMATS. I just felt like it was easier. I only used my card once at IMATS, and it was my last transaction, and it was a brand that I really wanted and I had forgot about. Other tips that I could provide you that, you know, it depends on your preference. If you're a New Yorker, or whether you're not a New Yorker, bumping is going to happen. Now, I hate it when people are walking and they bump right into you. It hits a peeve for me. It is a pet peeve, because people sometimes don't, you know, I'm not invisible. I'm a big girl. You know, please don't bump into me. But in IMATS, the space is so small. Everyone has like 20 million bags, and like there's just no room. So it's gonna happen. Don't take it personal. If you get really mad at that stuff, you know, woosah, you know, just do it inner zen and just keep it pushing. It's a tight space. It's a lot of people, and you can't really do much at all. Definitely have fun and take pictures. It's an experience and it's fun, and you meet a lot of people, and talk to the brand owners. I feel like that's so great, and I missed the opportunity when I went to IMATS. I felt like I was so fixated on purchasing products that I didn't really speak to the people behind the brand, except for my last one, which was AJ Crimson. I met one of the makeup artists, and I met one of the makeup artists at AJ Crimson, and I completely ignored the creator and owner. I was just like, I don't know who you are, I'm just gonna talk to this girl. I feel like such a douche, but you know, it happens. Definitely don't just focus on the makeup, also try to have a conversation with the owners, even if you aren't a beauty influencer or influencer in general, or a YouTuber. Just talk to the people. It's always interesting to hear their story on what they created and what their tips and tricks are on how to use the products. Something else that I would suggest is that after you finish getting all the items that you want, let's say you're not purchasing anymore, definitely go around and check out what other brands are selling. Not saying, you know, you're gonna spend money, but sometimes it's cool. It's like, oh, I never heard of this brand, but they're selling this. This is interesting. Maybe I'll put that on my radar for another time, and you put it down on your phone and I'll check it out at another date. In the beginning, you heard me mention some discounts and how I felt like some discounts were a little bit better than others. For me, the best products to get at IMATS, one, are beauty blenders. I feel like you don't even need to be a makeup artist to have a lot of beauty blenders. You can get packs like of 6, 8, 12 for a lot cheaper than buying them individually. My sister and I split one last year, and it was a 6-pack of beauty blenders, and it came with a beauty blender, like the cleanser solid, and it was $55. That is 6. So if I would have purchased it myself, I would have had 6 beauty blenders, the cleanser, for $55. And now each beauty blender retails for $20. So that would have been $120 on the beauty blenders alone if I would have purchased them individually, compared to the $55 that we spent at IMATS. I think that whether you are a makeup artist or not, definitely look into the packs at IMATS, because I think that that is worth it. Another makeup tool that I would pick up at IMATS are brushes. There are so many brush brands. Obviously there's Morphe, there's Sigma, there's Smith Cosmetics, and there's Bdellium Tools. There are a ton of other brands that are there. I feel like the next item really gears more towards makeup artists rather than the everyday person, but you know, it really depends on preference. I think IMATS is great for these foundation palettes. I actually picked this one up last year and it was half off. They're usually over $100 and I paid $50 for it. You can get the Makeup Forever ones, the Mayron ones, the Kryolan ones. I also picked up AJ Crimson palette last year. So if you are a makeup artist or an aspiring makeup artist, or if you like to have a lot of foundation shades in your collection, IMATS is really good for you because you do get discounts on it. I wish I was going to IMATS this year so I could have checked out Danessa Merrick's. I heard so many great things about her foundation line, and I'm so sad that I can't pick it up because I wanted to really see it in person and try it, but another time. It will happen eventually. Yeah guys, those are all the tips / advice that I could give you if you are attending IMATS New York this year, or just IMATS in general. I loved IMATS. I felt like it was an experience. I wish I was going this year, but also the Sephora VIP sale is happening this weekend, and I can't do IMATS and the Sephora VIP sale. It's just too much. I just can't. But I thought I'd give you guys kind of some advice on it. I know a lot of people watch these videos to know exact prices. Again, it's really difficult. I really can't give you a price because it changes every year and the items that they sell change. Another thing that I forgot to mention on products that I would pick up at IMATS are lashes. Ardell had a really good lash price last year. It was like 6 packs of lashes, whether it's, you know, the ships or the singles, and it was like 6 of them, 6 like little boxes for $20, so that was really good. But yeah, it's really hard to tell you what the discounts are. Some are better than others. Some where you could just buy it online when it have 20-30% off. If you guys have any questions about it, definitely leave in the comments down below. If you guys like these advice / tips videos for events like IMATS or Gen Beauty, definitely give this video a like, and I'll try to get more of those up. If you guys liked this video, and if you guys liked me, of course, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and when you do, tell your friends so they could tell their friends and 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 their friends, so we could all be part of this great big familia. And when you guys all do, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you are always notified of when I post a video. Make sure that you follow me on my social media, my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter. Slide up in those DMs. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this video. I am so sorry that it's super long. I wanted to give as many tips and tricks and just advice that I could, because I know that it can be really overwhelming, especially if it's your first time. If it's your first time going to IMATS, really enjoy it. Have a good time. As always guys, I hope you truly enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.